Hello, online crew. How is everybody? To those of you that are watching me live, thank you so much for adjusting to the change of time today. Those of you watching the replay, you'll be none the wiser. It'll be all good. But I am hosting a webinar in less than 30 minutes to look through a whole lot of Facebook ads for people. So when I do that, I have to shift the time of this live. So to those of you that are here, thank you. I love you for that. It's just amazing to see you guys here. So I wanted to share something with you today regarding something that Facebook has changed. It's always been there, but what can I say? Even though Facebook had it, didn't really utilize it, didn't like people using it, but now there's been a massive shift and a massive change. And if you adopt this strategy, it will help you, will supposedly help you, that's what they're telling us, will help you with your organic reach. So I'm going to share with you what that is today. I am going to go into more detail regarding this tomorrow. So make sure you listen today and tune in tomorrow for more details. And those of you in my coaching community, after tomorrow's live, I will be going live straight away in the coaching community to give you guys more tips and strategies around this. So it's not attached to a boot camp or anything. I'm just going to do a special little live for those of you in my coaching community after tomorrow's live, when I talk about, it's all a bit cryptic, isn't it? When I talk about more in depth here, but then I'm going to go even more in depth for those of you in my coaching community, how you can utilize this to gain more organic reach. Okay, so stick with me for that. Now, just a couple of quick updates. Those of you that are in Australia, you are on your last day, those of you that are participating in the 14-day online crew video challenge. So enjoy your last day if you haven't done your live yet for today. And those of you in other parts of the world, you'll be finishing off probably tomorrow. So amazing, amazing, amazing job for those in the this round of the 14-day online crew video challenge. And just to let you all know, as well as those in the video challenge, so those in the video challenge, make sure you've caught up with my latest video that I did. When did I do it? Can't remember, a couple of days ago maybe, the last video about what happens from here. But I will be announcing the top 15 of the video challenge next week on my first video. Okay, so my first video next week, I won't actually be sitting here. I'll be away with my family, but I will still be announcing the top 15 of the video challenge. So that's when I'm going to sort of announce that. So please support those that have been in the video challenge, and those of you that are in the video challenge, make sure you don't miss that video. Okay, those of you that are also asking, the next video challenge will be in August. I'll release those details later. A reminder for those of you in the online crew coaching community, I did put an update in 2 or 3 weeks ago that the date of the boot camp, next boot camp for July, is not next week, it's the week after. Okay, so more details about that tomorrow in the group after my live. You following along with me here? So details about that coming. Okay, so let's say hello to a few people that are here with me this morning. We've got Edith in the house. How are you, Edith? Lovely to see you. Hello, Heather. Great to see you. Good day, Miss Helen. Good day, Miss Janet. How are you? Hello, Crystal. Great to see you on. We've got Lynn as well. Susan. Michelle is here. Oh, do you want an update on that, Crystal? So I had a very painstaking appointment with the dentist on the weekend, which some of you guys would know. They poked, prodded, cleaned, injected. It was awful, but they did a massive clean around like my whole mouth, as well as the area that's causing the pain. They're hoping that that's going to hold off, because some of you will know it's underneath the tooth. It's not actually the tooth itself. It's a bone issue and all the rest of it. So they numbed me up and dug deep and all the rest of it. So they're hoping I'm okay at the moment, Crystal. So thank you for asking. It's just whether it's going to hold or not. So at the moment, I'm okay. It seemed to have worked. So but I don't think it's a long-term solution. But at the moment, we're holding off. So thank you for asking, Crystal. Hello, Janice. You love it when I'm on earlier. I'm sure the people in the UK do as well. Hello, Cynthia. My apologies for not being so present lately. Apart from trying to straighten out my health, I've had a few days in hospital, and 5 minutes ago, I signed a contract for the sale of my property. Oh, that's exciting, Cynthia. So you've had a lot going on. Firstly, I hope your health is okay. So it's all good. Don't need to apologize to, me or anyone here. I just hope you're okay. Congratulations on the sale of your property. That's exciting. Hello, Cindy. Lovely to see you here. Judy and Bob remembered that I was going earlier. Great to see you guys on. Hope you're recovering well from your surgery, Judy. Crystal's a life member. Oh, Edith's got it. Edith's got it. This is what I'm talking about today. Have you heard? Have you heard? Well done, Edith. Awesome. Hello, Cindy. And Veron, you say hello. Hello, ladies. Do you have a G&T in your hand? Don't rub it in if you do. Hello, Rick. Lovely to see you here. We've got Cindy as well. Faye, Tammy. Great to see you here, Tammy. How's your tooth? So I just explained that. I hope it's all good now. Cynthia. We got Beth here as well. Michael, good morning in your part of the world. Heather's one of our life members and VIPs. Hello, Joanne. Lovely to see you in. Ongoing saga, Susan. Oh, we hope that you're okay. I had so much fun with the video challenge. Good. And you did do some funny videos. So I applaud you for that, Beth. Hello, Andrew. Lovely to see you on. Yes, the video challenge was a blast once again. Good. You're almost done, Susan. Almost done. Hello, Sharon. Lovely to see you here. We've got Sharon. Charlene. We've got Teresa. So it was Sharon, Charlene, and Teresa. We got Steph as well. Love all the video challenge. I just felt that I wasn't very confident in this challenge for some reason. Oh, that's interesting, Crystal. With all the video challenges, something's trying to tell you something there. Maybe it's a growth area for you in a particular area. Who knows? There's a signal in that for you somewhere, Crystal. Hello, Emma. How are you? So I better get on to the topic. We've got Cynthia. Of course I do, yeah. So Cindy and Amber have got G&Ts in their hand, no doubt. Good to see people on from the UK when I'm a little bit earlier. We've got Diana as well and Tina. Lovely to see you here. Now, I could talk to you guys all day, but I better get into the content because I do need to host a webinar in about 20 minutes' time. So Edith was right. It's hashtags. Have you heard? Yes, no? Let me know. Do you know what's going on with Facebook and hashtags? Because previously, Facebook was not a fan of hashtags. You could have one or two and get away with it. But if you tried to use hashtags like you use on Instagram, it would definitely limit your organic reach. So it wasn't a good strategy in the past. If you shared your post from Instagram to Facebook and it had like 30 hashtags on it, it was not a good strategy to use. Facebook didn't like it. So the interesting thing is Facebook have not really made a public announcement about this, but they've definitely made changes. And so I'm going to suggest to you now to embrace this. So more about this tomorrow. Okay, I'll go in more depth tomorrow. And remember, those of you in my coaching community, after tomorrow's live, I'll go, because some of you who are not Instagram users may know absolutely nothing about hashtags. So if you don't, I'll help you guys out in the coaching community after my live tomorrow. So hold that thought for those of you that don't really know how to use them. Okay, those of you that are familiar with Instagram and use Instagram, you'll be quite familiar with hashtags, but it's still a different strategy. Okay, so Facebook has embraced them, is now sending notifications. So some of you, even though they haven't really made a public announcement, some of you may have seen little notifications that are prompting you to add hashtags, which is not something they've ever done before. So they have made a major change. This will help your organic reach. So this is something you want to embrace moving forward. But how you do it, the strategy behind it still is very different to Instagram. So I want you to hold that thought until I explain more tomorrow. But I would encourage you to embrace this change, because anything that can help you with your organic reach is a really good thing. Anything that's new that comes out from Facebook, if you embrace it, you will more than likely get more organic reach, because Facebook, when they make a change, they want their users to embrace it and use it. And when you do, they will reward you for it. So this is not something to ignore, although we have very little information about it, other than So I'm intrigued to know, because I've got this information from other people. I haven't seen any notifications myself. So when I say notifications, literally, when you go to your notifications, there's notifications there that says, would you like to add hashtags, to your post? And it's like, oh, this is a little bit strange. Those that are using hashtags, some people are getting notifications on the bottom of that post saying, do you want to browse the hashtag that they've used? So Facebook is actually putting this in people's notification in front of your face saying, we're okay with hashtags now. Now, we've been able to use hashtags on Facebook for years. I think about 7 years. They, started introducing hashtags on Facebook, but only, using about 2 of them. Otherwise, it was going to damage your organic reach. So now we've got the opposite. And I've got a lot of tips for you, which I'll share tomorrow. I'm not going to share today. I'll give you a couple of tips today. And I've got a real hot tip for those of you in my coaching community. Hold that thought until tomorrow. Okay, I've got a real hot tip for you guys around this. It's just really cool. So hold that thought for that. So I'm curious to know, because it'll help me with my training tomorrow here, how many of you are familiar with how to use hashtags and how many of you have never used them before? It'd be intriguing for me to know that as to how much depth I need to sort of go into it. But my big message to you today is that there has been a massive shift from Facebook in this area, a massive change for Facebook in this area. They're now wanting you to use hashtags, but we need to have a bit of strategy around how many you use, how you use it, and it still doesn't work the same way as it does with Instagram. So you need to sort of know how to use it properly. Okay, but I'll just give you a couple of tips. It still has to be, for you to be able to see it and search them and stuff like that, your stuff has to be public. So if you're still one of those people that's hiding behind Facebook and your friends only, this is not going to help you. Okay, so I would always recommend to you guys that if you want to be seen on Facebook, if that's your major platform, and you want to build a business through the social media platforms, you want everything to be public. You still have control over your news feed if you want to make some posts private. So it's much better for you to, in your newsfeed, rather than have friends only and then pull the little drop down arrow and make some posts public, it's much better for you to have your newsfeed public, which you do in your settings. So you just go to your settings on your personal profile and you make all your settings public. And then if there's something private that you don't want all and sundry to see, then you just pull the little drop down arrow, where your post is, and change it to friends only. So you still have control. Now, the important thing to remember with hashtags is they're only going to be searchable and be seen by everybody like that. It's a public thing. Hashtags. So those of you that are still holding back, friends only on Facebook, if you want to adopt this strategy to get more organic reach, then you definitely want to change things to be public, because people won't be able to see it. So this is good for group exposure for people that are within the group. So you won't be able to see them if you're not within a group, but when you search hashtags on Facebook, you will be able to see hashtags that are used in groups that you are in. So that's going to help more content come up. So it's not just, so that sounds a bit funny, doesn't it? Because groups are closed, but so the public won't see it. But if you're in that group, if you search it, then you will see the information. And I'll give you a little bit more information. I'll share my screen with you tomorrow and just give you a bit more visual to sort of how this works. But just remember that you want everything public. Obviously on a business page, which is already public, no problems. But if your personal profile, if you want to use hashtags on those, then it's not really going to help you with reach if you're locked down and you're friends only. Okay, so please don't be scared of going outside friends only if you're serious about building a business on social media, because you can still make those posts, as I mentioned before, friends only if you've got content that you really don't want the public sort of to see. So my big tip with you with this video is embrace this. Okay, some of you may not be used to it. I'll check in with your comments in a moment. So I'll share a little bit more with you tomorrow here. And the coaching community, for those of you that have no idea, I'll actually show you. Okay, so just hold that thought. There's questions about how many should we use on Facebook. There's maximums on Instagram. There's strategies around that. A lot of people will put a couple in the description in Instagram and then a whole lot in the comments. You don't want to do that in Facebook. So more information on that tomorrow, those kind of things. Just have your eyes open is what I would say to you today regarding whether people are starting to use them. You want to embrace this strategy moving forward. If you don't know how, hold off till tomorrow. I'll give you more information about some strategy around it, because those of you that are really familiar with Instagram and use them, it is a slightly different strategy. Okay, but this is a really good thing for those of us on social media in having more. It's not really designed to explore the hashtags, but it will make some content of yours more discoverable. So I'll give you some examples of that tomorrow, those of you in the coaching community, how you might, really utilize this to make your content more sort of searchable. We just have to be careful how we use it, because you could actually use it incorrectly and then it's not going to increase your organic reach at all. But you're going to see this change. People aren't really aware of this yet because Facebook haven't made, a really blanket statement about it. But some of you may have seen notifications that are saying, do you want to add a hashtag to that? Or have you seen somebody else's post with a hashtag in it and seen that little browse bar at the bottom? Maybe I'll show you some images tomorrow, because you might not know what I mean as to what this looks like if you're seeing it. But it's here, it's now, it's changed. And I would say play around with it, test it. I'll give you some examples tomorrow of what I recommend regarding how many you should use and how to use them and things like that. But I just want to get a check-in with you guys, and what's your knowledge sort of around this. So Janet, I've used them on Instagram, never used them. Haven't seen a notification. Keep an eye out. Definitely keep an eye out, guys. I use them on Instagram. 1:40 at night. Oh, lovely to have you here, Kim. You should be sleeping. But lovely to have you part of the crew here. I don't know how to use them, okay? I know a little about using them, and I've used them before, but not often. So this is what we want to change. We want you to embrace this moving forward and use them in all your posts. So I haven't started yet on Facebook. I was about to on this post, on this live, but then I thought, then it's going to give it away what it is. So I'll hold off until tomorrow. But I will probably go and edit after the webinar. I'll probably go and edit the description of this live video and add some in. So watch what I'm doing over the next, few days here to just get some clues as to what you might want to start with if you've got no idea. Okay. Hey, Chinta, how are you? I don't understand Instagram or hashtags. Would love to learn more. And just to let you guys know, I'm only just getting started with some of this stuff on social media. I've got so many plans of things that I'm learning and getting into and training on, including Instagram. I know a lot of you are waiting on training on that. So that's all coming in time. I'm just getting started here with social media training. Trust me. I am, as I've been on Instagram for some time, not a fan of it. Okay. Never used. I've seen others never use them. Okay. I probably just use them to be silly, not to produce anything. Okay, cool. Yes, hashtags, I use them in Instagram a lot. So it really is going to sort of highlight those of you that use Instagram and those that don't. I know about them, but I don't have a strategy for using them on either platform. Okay, great. Use them, then stop, because you said it was a not a good idea. And that's perfect, Patricia, because that was relevant at the time. It actually limited our organic reach when we used them on Facebook. That's been widely known. But this is the change, and this is going to be a good thing. Continue how to use them. So does that mean you do or you don't, Janine, know how to use them? I use them on Instagram but don't have a strategy. I just put up whatever. I've used them on Instagram more, stopped using them on Facebook, yep, which was good at the time. Not really. I started playing around with them, then stopped. Found that they weren't Facebook friendly. Absolutely correct. Yes, I use hashtags from Chinta. I've used hashtags in the past, not a strategy. I don't know how to use them. Okay, thanks for clarifying there, Janine. Maybe I need a whole boot camp. It's coming, Beth. Okay, that's coming. I used to like them all the time until I learned Facebook didn't really like them. I'm glad they've changed their mind. And this will be a good thing for you guys. I use hashtags sometimes, but not sure if I know how to use it properly. Okay, so it's interesting. Thanks for your feedback, guys. Pretty much the same. Okay, look forward to tomorrow. Sharon uses them. Hey, Donna, good to see you on. Yes, I like hashtags, but I'm waiting till Wednesday. No worries. Awesome, Chinta. Use them on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Yeah, isn't TikTok an interesting discussion? That I won't go on a tangent and that, but there's been those of you in Australia might have heard this in our news, but our Australian government have been looking at banning TikTok. It probably won't happen, but there is huge debate on TikTok. My youngest son did his first TikTok on the weekend. It was so cute. So yes, I have a TikTok account. Not that I'm doing much with it, but there's huge debate over the Chinese and the data collection, like the lack of security and the data that they're collating on everyone and how they're using it, to the point where our Australian government is there has been discussion that they might ban TikTok in the country. As I said, I don't think it'll happen, but there's massive discussion around TikTok and the privacy and the data collection. You got to be careful, guys. I mean, Facebook is bad enough. Facebook knows everything about you. It's scary stuff, the data that people collate on us, but we do need to be careful of what we use and how that data is sort of collated on them. Okay. So Donna, never use them. Would love to hear how they can help my reach. Awesome. So hold that thought, because I just wanted to make you aware of it today. If you're not aware of it, I'll go into more questions about how, what, why, tomorrow. And remember, those of you in my coaching community, after my live tomorrow, I'll give you guys a bit more detail, because there's some of you that have never used hashtags before. So you just need a little bit of knowledge. A little bit of knowledge is better than no knowledge, but I really do encourage you to embrace this moving forward. Use them, but maybe hang off till tomorrow till I give you some strategy around it. But anything that can increase your organic reach, you want to use, and anything that is new and has changed from Facebook, you want to embrace, because they'll give you more organic reach. Generally, I mean, if you've got really crap content, then that probably won't save you. All those kind of things, but it is something that you want to start using, so then it just becomes part of your natural posting strategy on Facebook. Okay. So I'll go and get ready for my webinar. Thank you guys for those of you that have turned up earlier. The ones that are live, those of you that are on the replay, please comment in as well. I would love to know from as many of you as possible whether you do know how to use hashtags or don't, or you have used them before, or you haven't used them at all. It will just help me in what I prepare moving forward. Okay. So thank you for all your feedback, guys. I will see you at my normal time tomorrow. Okay. Have an awesome day. Catch you then. Bye.